Okay, guys, so Waffles came out to greet me this morning looking like this after I fed him, and he swears it's calcium powder. There were no dragon ragers in his tank last night. So definitely calcium powder, according to Waffles. He was not partying too hard. Guys, hi. So welcome to our next episode. So we are in the building that will hold our expo that we are doing in April 13th, the Miami County Allpet Expo. And this is something that Jay and I have been working on behind the scenes for a long time. There he is. And we are wanting this dream to come true for ourselves, and this is the year we're going to pull the trigger and do it. So we are touring the building right now, seeing this really nice building. We're super excited about it. Figuring out tables. We had an estimated table amount, so we're going to see if we can fit that many or what we're going to have to alter. And but yeah, I'm really excited. This facility is great. It's got a lot of nice space. Got space to do our workshops and classes. And it's in a really great location, so we're pretty excited to have one of our dreams come true this year. So Rosie's trying to figure out how to use the ramp. Oh, nope, not brave enough yet. The skinnies have all figured it out. Rosie's still like unsure. I will say, I love this new style of guinea pig cage that people are using now, these CNC cages. I think they're really great for the pigs, and if you can keep up with the bedding and the cleanliness, like, they are so much happier and healthier in here than in a traditional cage. However, I will say, this corrugated cardboard or corrugated plastic that they're using for these cage liners, I'm not super impressed with. I mean, I'm gonna use it because there's really nothing else on the market, but they eat it so fast. This cage is like a month old, and you can already see she's eaten, or they, the girls, all of them collectively, have eaten like the bottom side off their ramp. And Rosie's still thinking about it. She sees her friends down there. Noelle's joining Fiona. And she's hiding again. So I'm working on the cage right now. I just cleaned the bedding, cleaned their kitchen area. As you can see, they're chowing down now. And now I've got to clean the loft. But I wanted Rosie to try and figure out how to go down this ramp. So I'm going to give her a little more time, see if she can figure it out. But right now it looks like the skinnies are winning that battle of bravery of going up and down from the loft to the kitchen. Oh, I was trying to get it. Gloria was very carefully attempting to go down the ramp, and then Noelle definitely just like bowled up there along with Fiona and scared her underneath her bed. It was so funny. Gosh, I just love them so much. And there's my little black hippo Fiona just chilling out. And then little Sasquatch, I finally just broke down and put her on the ground because she was not having that ramp. All right, friends, so the reptile room's a little messy today, but that's okay. We've got a lot going on in here right now. Right now, I am working on redoing this tank behind me. It used to belong to Bella, our Paraguay red tegu. However, we have moved her down into the bottom tank, more space for her and just a little bit easier to let her in and out for some free roaming time. And then this tank is now going to be Sweet Baby Ray, is our new bearded dragon. So there's always this debate with substrate. Do we do loose substrate, which is like a 50-50 topsoil play sand mix? Do you do tile? Do you do vinyl tile? Do you do shelf liner? There's a lot of different schools of thought, and honestly, there's a few right ways to do it. I'm not going to say that anything's wrong. No reptile carpet, no straight sand. Like, those are big no-nos. But there's a few different ways to accomplish what works best for you and what works best for your dragon. We have tried most of these different types, and we are actually in the process of transitioning all of our animals back, well, not all of our animals, all of our bearded dragons back to the non-adhesive shelf liner. It just seems to work the best. And when it gets to a point where it just needs to be changed out, it's super easy to take out and buy a new one. So I found online these under somewhere. I have a little assistant in the feed box. He's helping me today. So I found these, which is an under the sink shelf mat, which is a non-adhesive, basically shelf liner. Since we keep our dragons in 4x2x2s, I figured, hey, this one is supposed to be 4x2x2. I'm gonna buy it. And this will be great. It'll just slap in there, bada bing, bada boom, done. Well, they're not 4x2x2 like the advertising said. It says 24 inches by 4 feet. Right there, but I put it in a 4x2x2 already, and I have to cut it down. So I'm going to start. We've already removed the bedding from Bella's tank, or Bella's enclosure, because she goes on cypress mulch, and bearded dragons cannot go on cypress mulch. So we've already removed that cypress mulch in there. We've cleaned out the enclosure, and now we are getting ready to go ahead and line it and decorate it. But first, I'm going to have to measure this thing, figure out exactly where it needs to be cut, and then cut it so it will be appropriate for the size of enclosure, 4x2x2. So I'm going to go ahead and do all that measuring and stuff and not put you guys through it, and we'll come back then when we have it cut to size. We'll lay it down and we'll start decking this tank out so Sweet Baby Ray can have a really nice new enclosure that he can enjoy for years to come. But we have the enclosure all set up now for our little Ray, which is now, okay, there we go. All right, so this is Ray's new enclosure. We are waiting on new lighting to come. I'm actually gonna redo all of my dragon's lighting. My buddy Dane at Irish Herbs, big shout out to Dane, did some research and got a UVB meter and played around with some things and came up with a pretty affordable, really nice UVB setup for the dragon. So once that comes in, I will definitely include that in an episode. But right now we're going with our old lighting systems. I do have a ceramic heat bulb and a 150 mercury vapor, which we'll be getting away from, shining down onto his basking rock, which you can see he is very content on. And then we just threw in some decorations, a little hide for him. There's another little hide in there. You know, just kind of threw this together. We may change it, we may improve it, but right now I think it's a pretty nice little setup. He's got stuff to rub his femoral pores on. He's gonna go check it out now. He's like, all right, I got some sunshine, and now he's gonna go explore his new digs. So I hope he enjoys it and it serves him well for years to come. We've got a project that I'm doing right now, and I'm super excited about it. Over the weekend, I did get a Chinese crested gecko, which I have been wanting for a very long time. And I'm really excited to have it. And now I've got to build it the perfect enclosure. So I am lucky, and in an old crested gecko enclosure that I had, I think it'll be perfect for a Chinese cave gecko. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do, and we'll go from there. So let's build this enclosure together. So I have this very cave-like enclosure that I was using for my crested geckos for a while, and they just didn't seem to be getting enough light, and they didn't seem to enjoy it. So it does need a good scrubbing. Right now I'm spraying chlorhexidine in there. And we're gonna scrub it out really, really good. I really need to get my tripod hooked up to make this a lot easier to film while I do it, because I want you guys to be able to see more enclosure builds and more of what is going on in the reptile room. So I've got my handy dandy paper towels here, and I'm going to start cleaning one-handed. So we'll see how this is gonna go. This did have soil in it, and then when I went to go dig it out of the garage, I don't know how, but it got pine bedding in it somehow, and I'm not really sure why. So I'm cleaning that out of here too. So we're just gonna give it a really good clean. And make sure that it is ready to go for our new little baby Chinese cave gecko. Okay, I've got the F10 sprayed in, and I'm just gonna keep cleaning this. And once I'm done wiping it all out and getting all of the residual dirt out of here, I will be back and we will start putting substrate in so we can build this up really nice for our new gecko. All right, so I've got some potting soil mix. And it is organic. I swear, it is organic. And this is what I use for like all my isopods and my crested geckos and everything. And I'm going to mix some sphagnum in with this. Eventually this tank will have plants in it. I've got some Christmas moss on the way, so that'll be really cool, and I'm pretty excited about doing that. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the topsoil in here. All right, so I've got that soil in now. It looks nice. Pretty excited about that. This type of soil holds moisture really well too, so for these species that need a high humidity, it's a really good soil to use. And then just I'm gonna add, because it's already got some sphagnum mixed into it when it comes, but this one I'm gonna add this New Zealand sphagnum moss from Zoomed. I normally don't buy this type, but I got a good deal on it. I usually get like bulk compressed sphagnum from Amazon because it's cheaper and I have a lot of animals that I have to care for. So, but this time we're going to use this one because we have it. Go ahead and open this pack. I was saving it for a special occasion, and I think this little geck is gonna be that special occasion. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to mix this in here, so give me a minute. So now that we have all of the soil in and all of the sphagnum, and I tore some up and mixed it throughout with this nice bed on one side, I am now making it humid because they like a lot of humidity. We already have an LED light in here from when we had the crested geckos. So that'll be ready to go. And then once we get this wet enough, then I will decorate it out and find a spot for it, and we will have a gecko enclosure. So I'll show you guys the finished product.